All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the second and final day of the 2017 Malarkey's Thanksgiving Classic. I am Ann Bounds. I am with Rail to Rail Productions. I am here with my broadcast partner, Adrian Beach. Not sure if the crazy little Pinoy will be here later, but if he is, he'll be joining us as well. So, there you go. Our first match for you this morning is Sean Lewis and Scott Nelson. Alright, so I believe this is the first rack still. Is this the opening rack? Okay. Alright, so this is Scott Nelson that broke. He came up dry, and let's bring up Sean Lewis to the table. He's checking out that 2-8 combo, where he would need to be on that. We got the 1-up table. 1, 4, and 3 are all above the side pocket. 5, 6, 7, 2, and 8 are all on the camera side of the table. And then we've got the 9 ball there that's over by the cue ball where Sean is standing. So he was looking to see just, just where he needed to be for that 2-8 and if it would go and whether or not he should play a safe and all kinds of fun stuff. Sean's very much a technician. I would say he's maybe, well, let me think about this here. Eddie Mattia is the most precise pool player I think that I know, that I've had an opportunity to see on a consistent basis, but Sean is very, very, very close. So he skimmed off the 2 and made the 8. And I think he didn't exactly get where he wanted to get to come back up table for the 3. Looks like the 3 will go by the 4, but he got up above that. See that Robin Adams is still in the tournament. Let's see if I can figure out who else, ladies-wise. Oh, Emily Duddy got knocked out by Dave Chavez last night. So it looks like Robin is the last woman standing. So good for her. Payouts are also on the on that photo that I posted on Facebook. So let's see here. First place gets $850. Second place $675. Third place $525. Fourth place $400. Fifth, sixth, $300. Seventh, eighth, $225. Ninth through 12th gets $175. 13th through 16th gets $125. So if Robin wins this match, she's in the money. They didn't list a high woman on the bracket, so I'm not sure if they're also going to pay high lady. A lot of times we'll do that here in the Pacific Northwest. If you make it into the money, you don't get the payout, but if you don't make it in, so like say so for example, Emily got knocked out last night. Robin made it to today, so Emily would get high woman if Robin actually gets into the payout. That's kind of how that will happen. So, all right. Looks like Paul has to do a little bit more covering up of the sun. Pool players are like vampires in that sense, I guess. Alright, so Sean's got to jump over just part of that 9 ball, it looks like. And he can take the 4 on the side. Nicely done. Ran into the 5, but I think that's okay. I think it will sneak behind the 6 and 7 down the rail, and then he just has to come off the rail a little bit and wants a little angle on that 6 ball, and then he can take the 6 in the same corner, the 7 in that corner, and either come off the bottom rail or draw back a little bit for the 9 in the opposite corner. So this is pretty close to a good run out for him. He's going to get a little flat on that 6 ball. Scott has a clean shot on the forehand into the corner. Problem is his angle is going to bring his cue ball out in the middle of the table. So he's going to more than likely be left with a bank shot on the 5. Is from what I can tell that's unless he can put some spin on this and come off the rail and sort of deaden his cue ball there. Yeah. Which is what he did, was able to hold that cue ball a little bit there and just run the 5 up table. This is a shot I like, this shot, because it's cool. It's cool looking. And what I've learned about this shot is you just really need to punch it. Oh, he missed it and he scratched. Yikes. So that's giving Sean ball in hand. If you'd like a really great example of how well Sean Lewis can play, I would suggest you go to the Rail to Rail YouTube channel and watch the match between Sean and Shane Van Boning a couple of years ago at the February Freeze. It was pretty amazing. Sean came very close to winning that match. He was playing great in that tournament. He's a very talented pool player. Adrian's old coach was watching Sean one time, and he made a comment that Sean taught him to remember fundamentals. Thought he felt like Sean was a very fundamental pool player. As you can see, he never really takes a shot until he's sure where he's gonna be. He always looks at the next shot, always makes sure that he's got the right thing going on. Nice out by Sean Lewis, so he goes up 2-1 over Scott Nelson. This is a race to 7. All right. Let the battle continue. We have reached the chess match portion of our broadcast today. I think Scott might have an edge of that one ball. He had more of it than I thought, and he's going to actually, as long as he didn't get up too far, yep, he's okay for the 2-ball. The 2-ball definitely goes by the 9. He's got some angle on it. If he can avoid that 5-ball, it would be great for him to get back up table for the 3. Are we still on? Everything that we've got, Amanda, looks like we're good, so try refreshing maybe, and check your settings. Maybe one of the kids got into your computer and turned everything black. Because, yeah, we look pretty good here. I've got it up on my iPad. Adrienne's got it up on her computer. And we all have picture. Anybody else have a black screen? Rick or any of the other people that are watching? Yeah, SOS. Try YouTube. I just typed the YouTube link for the broadcast into the chat room. So you guys have that. If you can see the chat room, Amanda, you can just click on that YouTube link and that'll get you to the broadcast. Oh, Wired Space, you are many, many things. All right, let's see what Sean can do here. We've got the 5-ball. 5-ball is a little bit on the rail. Ooh, just rattled that 5-ball. All right, well, this is an opportunity for Scott to even up the match at 2 apiece. In addition to all screens mattering, all screenings matter. Say that 3 times fast. Oof. Oofta. It's hard to get things going against Scott if you're going to miss little cut shots like that. Yeah, these tables are kind of weird. Wow, Amanda, breakfast and coffee. I've had a couple of cups of tea, and I just finished my first cup of coffee here. Had breakfast at the hotel. So yeah, I'm good. I woke up at about 5 o'clock this morning. Sean runs into the 8 ball, doesn't leave it sitting on the rail, so that's kind of okay. He just needs to baby in this 8 ball, and he should be just fine for the 9. He decided to give it a little more punch to make sure he got off the rail out in the middle of the table. And Scott's going to give it to him, so Sean is now up 3-1. Well, Amanda, Rick is actually in New Hampshire, so Rick is 3 hours behind us. So he is, you're 2 hours behind him. So 7 o'clock. If you got up 7 o'clock, our time, you actually got up at 10 o'clock his time. No, 9 o'clock his time. So, what? Don't look at me in that tone of voice. Okay. Sean's trying to decide where he wants to put this cue ball. Or it's not Sean, Scott is trying to decide where he wants to put the cue ball in order to get back down for the 2. And is he going to put that in the drink again? Oh my goodness. That's twice he's done that. One, a little bit too hard, because these tables are running kind of fast. And then he just, gave himself the wrong angle and just took it right in the drink. Four down the rail, come off for the 5. Put some draw on that, so he's going to try to draw it over maybe. He's got to get away from the 9 ball. A lot of angle, going to play the rails to come over for the 6. Ooh, a little bit too much muscle, I think. So he is right on top of that 6 ball. Yes. There's another page. Scroll down. Well, Sean parked that 6 ball right by the side pocket. Everyone's tendency is to baby in those side pocket shots, but Scott has to put a little bit of weight on this to make sure he clears that 9 ball so he has a shot on the 7. And he actually might He's jacking up a little bit. That looks like it was pretty good weight. Ooh, 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 ooh. As long as he didn't roll too far. That was the sketchy part about that, was rolling up too high up table and cutting himself off by the 8, but he looks okay. Bump on the 9. Did he get enough? He put a lot of backspin on that cue ball because he was trying to not get snookered by the 9, and I think he miscued a little bit. It sounded a little funny, so he got right on top of that 9 ball, did Scott. So unfortunately, he's kind of hooked himself a little bit. It should be. Okay. Oh, Amanda, I thought you were talking about Rick's comment, and that he's 3 hours ahead of us because he's back in New Hampshire. This is a B-side Matt's Princess, and I think we're both feeling finer than Frog's Hair. We both got a little bit of sleep last night. All the matches in this first round here today are B-side matches. We did not quite make it down to the final 16.
One of these 4 matches do you want on the streaming table after? Do you want Roger Colby and so Roger Colby and who? Junior? You never really get them on the stream. Do you ever?
Yeah.
There's me and Danny, but there's also Stan and somebody, and Nick and I would think.
Who do you want? You know, you guys ask me how I'm feeling, and I think I'm doing all right, and then I start coughing. Aye. All right. So the 3 is in the. This is what's giving Sean pause. The 3 is in the jaws of the pocket, so he's got it. It looks like it's pretty deep in the jaws of the pocket. So he needs to make sure that he came out. The 4 will go between the 5 and the 9 into this corner pocket, assuming that he got the right angle on it. Okay. Would you put that back on for a second? I actually have a little travel mug, Amanda, of chicken bouillon. So, and yes, Scott is really good on bar boxes. I've seen him on bar boxes before. Sean is one of those guys that's pretty much good on anything, like Dan and Damien and Stan. All right, I think it's time for a cough drop because I can't seem to get rid of the tickle no matter what I'm doing here. That was a great try by Scott. Yes, honey does cure all. Excellent defense by Sean, aka safety play. Come on, cough drop work. Actually, they got down to 24 last night. So this round of B-side matches will get us down to the final 16. We got down to the final 8 on the A side. Yes, Amanda, they are using the one pocket table for matches. That gives them the 9 tables that they are using today. They're using the one in the side room. I know a lot of people don't like using that one pocket table, one because it's shimmed for one pocket, and two, it's got the green cloth versus the blue cloth like all the other tables have on it. So there are some people that do complain about using that, but they kind of have to. especially when you have a full field. I think the only way they could avoid using that table is to cap this field at like 48 or something. Or I'm sorry, double. True double. This is a true double. That's what I'm after.
So
That's
it's
what I'm
not
trying
a
to
single
say.
race.
Yes, I said that all wrong. I got too many things going on in my head. Okay, now that Adrienne is all caught up entering names in, let's see if we can't figure out a way to have her enter a lot more names for the drawing. Let's see here. Go to the Rail to Rail Facebook page and tell us who's your favorite, me or her. 2 entries if you say me, 1 entry if you say
Wait,
her.
what?
Just kidding. Anyway. What, you don't like that idea?
No.
Why not? I thought that was kind of cool. No William Totten, no Score Saloon. I'm going to go to our Facebook page and see if anybody took me up on the offer.
They don't respond to you that quick. Remember the lag? And then you actually got to go to the Facebook page.
Oh, look at that. 15 likes for Annie. Just kidding. Amanda says, so 3 entries if we say both?
Okay.
Sure. Ready? Go.
And bounds.
What? What?
Are you being serious? Are you just putting that out there? Now we're going to have a whole bunch of people in. Oh, no, we were just kidding.
If they do it, they will come. They do it, the entries will come. What? Come on, we want more people to have entries, don't we?
We don't have enough?
I don't know, you tell me. Does that tell you how many entries we actually have?
It doesn't. I don't want this anymore. I want done. Okay. This is the list.
But it doesn't, like, say there are 5,642 entries?
No,
Okay.
it doesn't.
This is a test to see how much they listen to us. Anyway. Wired Space, here's your chance to get some entries. All right, I think I can't quite tell exactly what angle he's got. It looks like he's kind of far behind that 6 ball, so he might try to carry him in the 9. Just playing it safe. Getting the 9 on one rail, the 6 on the other rail. That's smart. Not too aggressive. That's how you win. Good morning, railbirds. Man, Princess, you need to get up and get going. I've already talked about the fact that Robin Adams is the last lady left standing. Emily Duddy was knocked out last night. They were the last 2. Robin just got put onto the B side.
Yeah, see,
last night. What?
Here,
What?
Paul Purdy is watching. What does he do? Definitely have to say, Ann is the better commentator since I will get 2 entries.
There you go.
It's bribery. It's bribery, plain and simple.
What's wrong with bribery?
Everything.
It's a poll. It's a poll to see who their favorite is.
It is not a poll. That's a nice try. You're bribing them to say that you're better.
I didn't say better. I said who was their favorite.
Well, he's saying you're better.
Well,
And
then he's
Paul,
not. Then he's not really following the instructions, then, is he? So his entry doesn't qualify. I'm just trying to get some participation, some Facebook page traffic, and all those kind of good things.
All right, I tell you what. You want to get participation and Facebook?
Okay.
Share the stream.
All right, there you go.
Share the post that says this, we have from today about this match.
Yep, it says first up this morning, Sean Lewis and Scott Nelson. If you share that post, you'll get an entry into the drawing. Officially get an entry into the drawing. Kevin, to answer your question about the light over this table that we're streaming, if I'm not mistaken, this was the light that was originally over the billiard table.
No.
Isn't it?
Nope. This light actually it came from Mark Vidal. It is a new light that he is selling. They sell in their pool. But they have a shop. You know, they're distributors. So this is one of the lights. So he's a distributor for this light. So when he was here, he brought one.
It's pretty cool.
And wired, the one in the back, that's not actually a diamond light that's in there. That was a light that Clark made.
It just has a diamond housing.
No, it doesn't even have a diamond housing.
It says diamond right on the end of it.
Oh, but back there. I thought they were talking about the one over there. Oh, yeah, that's a diamond light, but that one back over is not. Yeah, it does have a thing in the middle.
Anyway, enough of this frivolity about entries and lights and things. Sean Lewis is on the 3 ball. I think he was maybe trying to run into that 5 a little bit. And because he was kind of focused on the 5, I think he missed the 3. He was trying to pop that 5 off the rail to make it easier to get from the 4 to the 5 and not having to get such specific shape.
Hey, Kevin, have you found a camera that will go up in there that won't give you the funky view of the table? That actually gives a... Because I haven't found one yet.
So Scott kind of overrolled his position on the 4 ball here. I think he was hoping to get a little bit straighter on that 4 ball so that he could just draw back for the 5, and he ended up having to put a lot of spin on that. Almost scratched again, which would have been his 3rd scratch on a cut shot like that. He's starting to make a comeback here. It would be a little bit unfortunate for him to have scratched there and given Sean ball in hand. I think Lash and Bauer are done, Amanda. It looked like it ended up, if they were using the score balls above the table and nobody has moved him, it was 7-2, it looks like, from what I can tell, but I'm not sure who won.
Yeah.
All right, so Sean's got the 7-9 combo here that he's going to really think about because this is an important shot. It could put him on the hill, or it could leave the 9 hanging for Scott. Oh, so he just decided to play the safe. Roll the cue ball up on the 9 and try to make life difficult for Scott. Scott, could you go to the other camera angle real quick, please?
Yeah.
So he definitely has the 1 rail kick up table. Looks like he's looking to go 1 rail from the side. And now he's looking at the head rail. Missed it. So that safety worked out really good for Sean Lewis. He's going to end up getting ball in hand with a 2 ball out. That'll put him on the hill if he can execute appropriately. Shots like that separate guys like Sean from people like me, I would have totally taken that 7-9 combo. It's a risk reward calculation, you know, and for Sean, the risk. It didn't look like that combo was exactly wired, so that was one thing. So it was a little bit off angle. And so the risk reward is, in Sean's calculation was, if I leave that 9-ball hanging, Scott gets a game. He makes it 5-3. Scott's going to start to get some momentum, start to feel a little bit better, you know. So the better part of value there was to play the safety and try to get ball in hand. So it worked out quite nicely for Scott. What? Faceman, this is a B-side match. Let me check the bracket here real quick. I think Wired Space said earlier that Nick Kruger put Sean on the B side. Nope. Come on. Oh, it was Lake McKay. Lake McKay put... No, it was Nick Kruger. Nick Kruger. And no Score Saloon brackets are on the Rail to Rail Facebook page. I took a picture this morning and put it up for the took a picture this morning and put it up through play that was completed last night. So we'll take another few pictures today. All right, so let's see what Scott can do here. He's got a tough cut on the 4 into the side, or sorry, into the corner. I was looking at the 5 in the side there. Sorry about that. Yeah, he just needs to. He ran into the 5 ball, pushed it over to the rail. He just kind of needs to come down a little bit, and he'll have the 6 in the corner. If he comes down far enough, he can get above the 7, but he opted to draw back above the 8 to get a better angle on the 6 to make sure he got above the 7. the 9 too thin. Man, that's tough. Dude. Well, never mind, actually. Never mind. He's didn't. Sorry, we didn't get that camera angle switched fast enough. This is a tough cut for Sean to try to cut the 9 in. He's kind of straight and almost made it. It's still kind of straight on for Scott. When he might be able to spin that 9 ball in. So Scott gets that. So it is 6-3. Lake K and Marlon Olivero are 6-3. I think Lake is leading that match. Lito Attendido and Joe Tamura are tied at 4. Tim Frazier and Ed Hobbs are 6-4. Ed Hobbs. Dave Chavez and Damian Ponpanic are 5-3. Damian is leading that match. And then Damian A and Stephen Folan are 6-4. I think Stephen Folan is leading that match. And then we have Robin Adams playing Tim Whitworth, and that is 4-2 in favor of Tim Whitworth. So that is the matches. The only one I don't know is the David Lash Ken Bauer match, because that was that has been finished for a few minutes. Oh, Sean. I couldn't see if he hit the 2 first. I'm going to assume he did. Skim the 2, skim the 6. Put the 3 more on the rail, so it's going to be harder to make that 3, getting from the 2 to the 3. It looks like Steven and Damien A are done. Looks like Steven was able to close that match out. Spin the 2 up table. Leaves it hanging. Does Sean. So it's going to bring Scott back up to the table. He's going to have to put some draw on this to draw it back. Oh. I had that different in my head. Still able to make a really good hit on the 3 ball. When he steps out of the way, could we go to the other? Can you tell if that 3 ball is hidden by the 5? Sean's going to be in the way. Man, looks like he's got to come off the rail behind the 8 and then try to clip the edge of the 3. Unless
What do you
he
mean
comes
off the
side
rail
rail.
behind the 8?
I'm sorry, behind the 7. I'm looking at the monitor and it looks really black, so.
No, that's a 7. He can't get to it.
Yeah, he's gonna have to come off the side rail, and then the 6 and the 9 are in the way for that. So, Sean's got some issues here.
was hoping to put the 4 in the rail, make it a little bit difficult. I think I would have pushed probably the 7 down and really blocked the 3.
Yeah.
That way, you know, he's got to do something. And did you say Damien won or lost?
Damien's still playing. David Lash and Ken Bauer is the only match from the first round that has been completed, other than Lido and Marlin, it looks like, and Stephen Follin and Damien A. Not Damien Pompanic, but Damien A. They are finished. Amanda, the woman playing on 17 is Robin Adams. She is the last lady standing in this tournament.
Did she get beat last night?
Yeah, she lost to... Let me look real quick here. Oh, she lost to Dan Louis. Yeah, Cindy got knocked out last night, Amanda. I'd have to look at the board again to see who beat her out. But looks like Sean just defeated Scott Nelson by a score of 7-3.